Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
I'm pretty tired. How are you?
Oh, man. I'm tired, too, off that red-eye flight back to New York City, but energized by the incredible trip that we had in Los Angeles. We were out there for 7 days.
It was supposed to be 5.
It was supposed to be 5. It got extended. We'll get into that in a second. But we had 3 goals in mind when we went out to L.A.
Okay, so the first one was that we wanted to put on a great show.
And we did that. Shout out to everybody at the Bootleg Theater. Shout out to everybody who attended, who supported, who spread the word. Even all you guys from around the country and the world who bought tickets even though you wouldn't be there. Shout out to you guys. You made a whole bunch of people's nights. Thank you, LA, for an awesome show, and we can't wait to come back. Goal number 2.
We wanted to have, there was one company we wanted to meet with.
One company.
And we did.
Guys, this was an incredible meeting, and the circumstances behind it were insane. We can't get into it right now, but just know, fantastic meeting. So, 2 for 2.
Yeah, and because of that meeting, by the way, we might be spending some more time in LA.
Goal number 3, though.
We wanted to do a podcast out there.
Right.
We wanted to record something for a regular, Tuesday podcast.
Right. Brought all of our equipment out there. We were ready. We were excited, and
I had one person that I wanted to get on the podcast, and that was Bill Bellamy.
Okay, let's go to LA. Let's get Bill Bellamy on the podcast.
So I Facebook messaged him.
As you do.
Yeah, he has a page. It says, Bill Bellamy responds within 24 hours. I say, great, I can write a good message. I write a great message to him. The guy doesn't respond. I was curved thrice
by Bill Bellamy.
I couldn't believe it. In 2017, I've been curved 3 times by Bill Bellamy. It was so demoralizing, and I would just like to say,
yeah,
Bill, if you are ever in New York,
wait. Do you think that Bill is like, well, I'm not so sure about the podcast. Let me tune into the intro this week, and maybe I'll get a sense of who they are.
You know what's the worst part about this? I looked and I was like, oh, maybe Bill maybe he doesn't know what a podcast is. Maybe he doesn't do other podcasts.
Yeah,
Bill does podcasts. You know what it's like to look and see red under the message? It's just like, really? Nothing?
By TV Zone Bill Bellamy?
Yeah.
Bummer. So if anyone knows Bill, tell him we're good guys.
Anyway, that's why we didn't have a perfect weekend in LA.
No, but you know what, though? So we were going to take a red-eye flight Friday night back to New York City, have a easy weekend, but Puma and Dash Radio and 1AM Radio were like, hey, guys, you mind not getting on that flight right now, very last minute, and coming to Complex Con and doing interviews for us at the Puma stage? And we said, all right, that's fine. Yeah.
So you've never been to Complex Con?
No, it's 2 years old. We didn't go to the first year. This was the second year.
Yeah, and Complex Con, for those people who don't know, it is a massive convention. Yeah, it's a massive line, but it is a convention center that is filled with all these booths, and you can buy a bunch of streetwear and Nike. And
that are exclusive to Complex Con, that are going to drop at Complex Con. So you have just everybody who you think goes to a Supreme store there.
It is Hypebeast incarnate.
It is everybody looking like Don C.
There are thousands of Don C's.
It was crazy. But in the midst of all that, it's really an amazing experience to sort of walk around and catch up with people who you haven't seen for a decade, maybe see new people who you wanted to see, and also for us to interact with a lot of listeners of this podcast, which is really dope. So shout out to everybody who stopped us and said what's up and said, hey, I'm from Ohio, or hey, I'm from Seattle.
Or said, hey, I'm Wale, and I want to bring you to WrestleMania. And we were like,
that did happen.
Okay, I don't want to get into it. But
by the way, it's fascinating to see the throngs of people following Big Sean or
Pusha
or Murakami or whoever around.
Because everybody's just walking around.
Yeah, if you see a whole bunch of cameras, it's like, oh, there's Pharrell or there's Andre 3000, or you just know something is happening. A lot of commotion, a lot of fun people watching there, and again, it was great to see everyone and say hi to everyone. And for that, thank you to Puma and 1AM Radio and Dash Radio and Complex.
Yeah, I also want to thank Privilege for giving us some clothes.
That was awesome.
I want to thank
Places and Faces.
Yeah. What else? What other brands do we mess with?
Well,
Fool's Gold.
We ran into Biggs from Rockefeller Records.
Yeah, and Biggs. Okay, so I'm wearing my my Nike Air Force One,
which they're jewels.
Yeah, they're white on whites.
Right. They look dope.
but they look like the ones that he just did as an exclusive with the Rockefeller branding on it.
Yeah, the AF 100s.
And so Biggs looks at my shoes and he's like, "Oh no Rock logo on them." I'm like, "What? Like, you're really gonna like shit on send me some shoes?" I don't know.
Who do we talk to about that? You're the guy. But it was a great experience. We love Los Angeles. Shout out to everybody at Nightberg Recording Studios. Shout out to everybody at every place we ate. Shout out to all the friends we got to hang out with. Birthdays we got to celebrate. We went to Lenny S's Halloween party. We thought we got out of it in New York because he has a New York one every year. And we're like, "Hey, sorry, we're going to be in LA." And Lenny's like, "Great. I have one out there too that I'm hosting with Kelly Rowland."
So like, fine. So we went over there, and by the way, the funniest thing about because Jay-Z and Beyonce were there.
This was that party where they were dressed up as Biggie and Lil Kim.
The most comforting thing about all of this, the most refreshing thing about all this, is seeing Jay-Z with his friends and knowing that they are just as corny as anybody else in the world, because when Biggie's Juicy comes on, all of Jay-Z's friends start being like, "Oh, you're Biggie and that's Biggie. You sing, you like, rap that.
You're just like us." Jeff, today on the podcast we have
Deani Scott, or as the internet knows her, Scottie Beam. She can be found on Instagram as Scottie Beam. Please leave a thirsty comment and tag ItsTheReal.
Oh my God. She is a fascinating personality, as you guys know from her work at Hot 97 and Revolt, and on Twitter doing Scottie Feedback. But there's so much more to Scottie that you guys don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't know. She found herself down at Clark Atlanta University after years of getting into fights in high school and middle school and elementary school, finding herself, even as a social person, tucked away in her room as sort of like a recluse, and overcoming that, becoming a beauty pageant winner, and actually dropping out of school early.
Yeah.
Going back home and, again, shutting herself off from her mother and from the outside world, but then turning her life around thanks to Hot 97, thanks to Ebro, thanks to Angie Martinez, thanks to that warm environment at that radio station, which made her into the person she is today.
I mean, it is a funny episode. It is an honest episode. Deani is just like one of the best people that we know, and we're happy to have her on the podcast today. So please listen to it right now.
Jeff, when do you want to get into it?
Right now.
Yo, what up? It's Eric, a.k.a. Assembly Required, a.k.a. Two-Steppin'.
Yo, what up? It's Jeff, a.k.a. Hello Dolly, a.k.a. Wet Midler.
Hey, it's Scottie Beam, a.k.a. Deani, a.k.a. Yep, that's what it is.
It's a great AKA.
Yeah, that is it.
This is the way it's done with ItsTheReal. Welcome back to New York.
Hi, yes, I'm very happy.
Deani, where were you yesterday?
I was in Atlanta.
Okay.
Best place on earth.
You went down there via what?
For a homecoming.
No, but how'd you get down there?
I flew.
And you had a return ticket.
Yes.
So what happened?
I got delayed like 3 times, and I hated it very, very much.
Do you want to air out the airline right now?
No, because you know what? I like them. They tell me when they load my bag and when they unload it. Okay. So I really like that little app.
It's just the people.
It's the fucking... No, it's the plane. It's the plane. I don't like flying. That's not my thing. Flying is not my thing. So basically... You know, I really think about all the ways you could die on a plane, and also
healthy.
Before you get on that flight, you're thinking about all the ways you could die?
Yeah, and how you can survive, but you can't really.
Well, wait,
like how many
Let's
times?
talk about what are the various ways that you can die on a plane.
Okay, basically, attack. I'm not going to say the first. But attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
On the plane.
Yeah.
And then,
right, the plane goes
down. It
down.
goes down.
Yep,
nosedive.
Yeah. Are you thinking
maybe the engine gave out?
Oh my God.
Are you thinking about like choking hazards?
No.
Okay, it's just like a macro
allergy. Sort of. I'm not allergic to anything, but I figured like
allergic to crashing.
So part of this is you're 30,000 feet in the air and something happens.
You can't do anything about it. You'll die. That's it. Unless you have a parachute, which I've been trying to give out, information on my Instagram about how all planes should have parachutes under their seat instead of some fucking floating device. Because who the fuck cares about you swimming? Like, nobody cares. It's all about you being in the air.
You are so prepared.
No, I'm not. Because we don't have parachutes. If we had parachutes,
I just mean mentally. You're ready. Do you pay attention? Do you pay attention to the stewardesses when they're saying like?
Oh yes, I pay attention when they're in, like when we're in the air and it gets kind of shaky. The turbulence is kind of crazy. I try to pay attention to all the flight attendants to make sure that they're not looking crazy. Because if they are, I'm like, oh, nah, we got to go see the pilot.
Are you this worried just walking around on an everyday basis?
No, flights.
It's only flights.
I can literally blast my earphones at 3 a.m. and walk through Harlem or walk through Brooklyn and not give a shit. Mm-hmm. Me on that plane?
Trouble. What happens when you're in like a car?
No, I don't care.
On a train?
I don't care.
So you're not claustrophobic?
No.
It's just the idea that you could possibly...
You're in the air. It's not natural, bro.
In the air.
You're in the air. There's nothing you can do. Nothing. That shit goes down. That's it. When a train derails, you might make it, you might not. Car... You might make it, you might not. You are fucking dying.
Do you buy into the statistics?
No.
These are statistics, though. It's actual, like...
They send it to me all the time.
Proven?
Yes, I know. It's like 1 out of 1,000
You're more likely to die in a car crash than you are in a plane crash. Wait. No, follow up.
And by the way, Diani's ready.
Follow up.
Right.
Did you die?
No, I didn't, but I was close.
Well, you were close to heaven.
I was very close to heaven. Mm-hmm. And this will be my last time flying on the back of a plane because I will never do that again. You can feel everything, and it's kind of weird, and I almost threw up, and I didn't like it.
How are you when the plane takes off? What do you do?
Praying. Praying, and also asking, if I'm not sitting by the window seat, I'm also asking the lady or the man to put that fucking window up so that I can see if we're falling or not.
You want to make sure?
Yeah, just in case, because I can make calls in between the fall or not. People did it. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure I tell my mom, like, I love you, whatever, before we go down.
Are you a hand holder?
No, I don't hold hands. With who?
I don't know. I don't know if you're making friends on the
boyfriend.
plane.
I'm saying like the person next to you. No, mm-mm. You wouldn't.
Mm-mm. I don't care about that person next to me. I need to worry about. I hold on to either
number one.
Right. First things first. You never care who's on that plane. Then you hold on. I held on to the front of the seat.
Right. That's gonna help.
And I put my head down and I pray. And then I look over sometimes and make sure to check that we're not going down because some planes like to.
Yeah, do a little
a little crazy,
a little Dippy Sally.
I don't like that Dippy Sally. I'm not a fan of it.
So, but are we talking all planes? Like you wouldn't take a private jet?
Fuck no. Oh God, no. I would never. That means you die alone. Oh. At least you die with a lot of people. You died alone with the pilot.
Do you
fuck out of here? No.
Do you have any problem? So instead of taking a flight, you would take a long bus ride?
I would take anything. I'll take anything.
Walk.
I would walk to Atlanta. I'd walk if I had time. I'd walk. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll walk. I've drove to Atlanta about 1,000 times because I went to school there.
Yeah, but not this time.
No.
You know you're friends with Khaled now. I mean, like, you could talk to him and figure out how he got over his fear of flying, which is basically to have a kid.
Thank you. And I can't do that.
You can't do it for anybody else?
Nope. Can't do it. My own child, probably. No. We both would be on a boat.
Oh. How was Atlanta otherwise? In between the flights?
Amazing.
It's
amazing. I went there for homecoming. Yeah. So it was Morehouse, Clark, Spelman, Georgia Tech, Georgia State.
The whole...
Everybody.
Yeah. Whose homecoming is Clark Atlanta's better than?
We have a very humble homecoming.
Here we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Our homecoming is humble compared to Spellhouse. I love Spellhouse homecoming. One, because their tailgate is fucking free.
Okay.
Clark, I don't know what the fuck I was doing this time when y'all was charging people $25 to get in or an RSVP thing. I'm not RSVPing to shit. And also, I'm not paying for shit. Y'all already got like $45,000 of my fucking tuition. So why the fuck do I have to? Yeah. Right. Why the fuck would I have to pay $25
as a proud alumna?
I'm not no alumna though. But still, y'all still took the money. Sally Mae still calling me.
We'll get to, are they really?
Hell yeah. Sally Mae call me every day.
Do you know the number by now?
I know because they try to get me with the gotcha. They do different numbers. I peep though. Yeah. I peep. I just don't answer. Yeah. 866.
Nope.
404.
Straight to voicemail.
Yeah, weird shit.
Wait, is that why you don't pick up my phone calls?
Jeff's coming calling. We went to there was a big Puerto Rico benefit with like all the DJs, right, in New York. It was at Cielo and down in Meatpacking District, and so who was spinning? Enough was spinning, and everyone's up there. Clark Kent and a million people, and Syph Sounds comes over and he grabs the microphone. He jumps on and he was like, "Yo, shout out to all my Puerto Ricans, my Dominicans, my Haitians, my Guyanese, my everybody." Goes down the list, looks around the room, and he finds us and he goes, "Shout out to the Rosenthals, my white people in the building." He's like, "Shout out to It's the Real."
He's like, "They're here to collect the rent."
Yeah.
He's like, "You can enjoy the party, but it's the first
of the month, so
right.
Get right."
Exactly.
That's
That's
amazing.
What you guys do.
Where are you originally from?
I am from, it's very hard to say. I lived in the Bronx until I was 13 years old, and then I moved to Piscataway, New Jersey.
Wow, P-Way.
So,
P-Way,
okay.
Stand up.
But part of you is from the Bronx.
Yes, it is.
Born and like bred.
Yes.
So
where in the Bronx?
169th and 170th, Clay Avenue.
Okay.
Clay Avenue.
When's the last time you went there?
Shit.
Oh, it's been that long?
It's been a few years since I lived.
Would you take Revolt back for like one of those like this is where I came from sort of segments?
I would do that. I would, because I love that area.
That's right. What is the Bronx known for?
Right.
It's known for Diani.
Yes, I would love to do that, actually. I love the Bronx. It's just I have no reason to go there now. All my friends, everybody has moved out.
So what is growing up on 169th, 170th like?
It was great. My sister would say otherwise because she was older.
Yeah.
She's 10 years older than me. So she really hung on the block, and I was just her tag along.
She got Bronx's burning Bronx.
Yeah, like she got like on the stoop Bronx, and had boyfriends and stuff, and she was walking to places where she wasn't supposed to walk. Shout out to my mom. But she really did the Bronx. I was just there, her tag along. So.
And you move at 13, 14. How's that? Because that's like middle school.
I was so mad.
Mad at who?
I was mad at my mother.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
Because I didn't well, she sent me to Atlanta. By the way, my grandparents live in Atlanta. So she sent me to Atlanta, and then she decided she was going to like do all the moving when we come back.
Oh, a little surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise. You don't live here anymore.
Wait. What is Atlanta like compared? So you had visited Atlanta before.
Every summer we go down there to for my grandparents and whatever. So we go down there and hang out with my grandparents. But I didn't really think. My mom said she was looking for places, but I didn't think we were moving that soon. And then we got back, and she's like, "I bought a house."
And you're like, "What?"
And we're like, "What do you mean you bought a house?" I was like, "Bought a house where?" And I thought, okay, maybe Westchester.
Hey.
Because I'm like, all right, at least it's
hang out with the Rosenthals, right?
Yeah,
right.
There you go. Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, cool, whatever. My mom said Jersey, and I cried like nobody's business.
Was it the idea that you were moving away from the Bronx?
I was just gonna be around white people. I just didn't want to be around white people. I love y'all.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there yet. I
need a little time.
Yeah, and I was still rough. Like, I was a rough kid. Like, not rough as
you weren't rough like your sister was rough, though.
No, I was rougher than her. I fought. Like, I really I fought. So,
no. We will get into that.
You guys know that, right?
We'll get into that.
So, like, I didn't know how to move. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really like grass that much. I just thought that.
So, 4th, 5th grade, like, Diani is getting into fights?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And winning, by the way.
No, I understand.
Oh, absolutely.
But I didn't know how early it started.
Oh, no, it started early. I mean, my mom had made sure that her daughter was no rag doll. You know what I'm saying? And when I was growing up as a young, like a kid, like around 5, 6, kids would do dumb shit to me, and I'd be like, it's okay. And my mom would be livid. So one time, I think somebody cut my hair while we were in art class, and I went to.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's no. Like we all agree that's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I didn't do anything about it because I didn't think. I don't know. I didn't.
Well, you didn't have the scissors in your hand.
Right, but I was supposed to fight. And my mom made that very clear when I got home. She was very upset that I was, I didn't defend myself or anything like that. So next time somebody slapped me in the face with a rag, I was bullied.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was bullied. Somebody slapped me in the face with a rag, and I did something crazy, and I got in trouble.
Wait,
because it was in my hand. You understand? Like, I didn't know how to fight, so I had a pencil. And it went to her eye. And I said, but it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? She's not blind or something like that.
Oh, my God.
She has like a mark on her eyelid for the rest of her life. Because I've seen her a few years ago, and she still has it. But
does she remember?
Did she keep walking?
She does remember.
Yeah.
No. She just was like, hey, whatever. And I'm like,
she better be nice now.
Oh, pencil eye.
No. But her mom thanked my mom.
For what?
For making her chill out.
Wow.
She was a bully. She really bullied me. We were friends, and then I became friends with another girl, and she didn't appreciate it.
That was your fault. You shouldn't have been friends with anybody.
I shouldn't have been friends with anyone. And shout out to Raven. Me and Raven got along very well, and Stephanie just hated me after that. And then she slapped me in the face hard as shit too. Like I still feel it on my right side. Like it hurt so bad, dog. And then I just grabbed it and
whoa.
But I didn't get expelled or anything like that, or suspended.
What did they do?
Talked to my mom. Then my mom said
sat you in a corner?
Yeah, they basically just they sat me down somewhere.
Wow.
Did all that. And then after that, I was like, oh, this is how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, retribution?
No one will ever fuck with me ever again.
And
they didn't. I mean, in that class. And then you go to every class, every grade, and you have to prove yourself a little bit. I learned that growing up. You have to.
All right. So life is rough. Like,
it wasn't rough. My mom she did great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had food to eat every day.
Well, okay. So your mom, she was working at the radio station.
Yeah, she is. She was a radio person. She is a radio person.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, but back then, so, like, you know, how much of that was in your world?
Everything. I went to the station every day.
Every day?
Almost every day. When she couldn't, like, when I was out of school, I had to go with her because my father wasn't around. So she would have to take me or... I've been in there forever. Angie's known me forever, since I was like 7.
Whoa. How crazy is that?
Yeah. That's insane. It's insane.
When you would go there, like, after school, where would you hang out?
And just sit. Well, it depends, because my mom worked nights, too. So it depends what era, because it gets fuzzy. I know my mom would work every hour. She's done the morning, and she's done night. She's done midday. She does midday now. So I don't really remember what, but I do remember hanging out with Funk Flex at times, watching him DJ, and also sitting with Angie Martinez as Erykah Badu was there.
Wow.
I remember that. I was young. And then Mike Tyson picking me up, and I had fell asleep somewhere in the radio station. He picked me up and sent me to my mom.
Oh my God.
And my mom was like so strict. She was like, hi, okay, thank you. And yeah, she tells me stories about stuff like that all the time. I love that place. I love the radio station. Radio stations, period.
Yeah.
I love radio.
You and Mike Tyson were kindred spirits, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all we did. I love him, by the way.
No, but I'm saying, like, rough in terms of, like, you're getting pushed around, you got to push back, and that's just the nature of the beast, huh?
Yes, because, you know, people don't... See, at least you guys had each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In class, somebody fuck with somebody, y'all gonna team up.
Well, we're not twins.
Yeah.
I have a twin brother, not him.
Yeah.
But who's older?
Eric's older by 4 years.
3.5.
Yeah, for, like, school. So I was in classes with my other brother, but, like, nobody fucked with me.
Right.
I was just, like, around.
Right.
Because either they just heard that you had brothers.
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't that I was stabbing people in the eye with pencils.
Right.
They knew the reputation that I sort of rocked.
I just felt pressured to not get fucked with after that. I didn't like it. I liked respect, and I wasn't really a mean girl. Like, I just wasn't mean at all.
No, but people came at you crazy.
People just was rude to me.
But you were established in who you were and, like, what you were used to, right? Like, you're just like, cool, I'm in my own, like, sort of... what's the word?
Element.
Yeah.
You were in your element.
Well, I mean, I didn't know what the fuck I was or who I was. I just knew that I didn't want to get fucked with anymore.
No, but just overall, like, you're 13, 14, you're comfortable with your surroundings, and all of a sudden...
You're in Piscataway.
I'm in Piscataway. So in Piscataway, you know, I don't really... I was just like, oh, God, Mom, this is the worst day of my life. This is worse. This is bad. I'm going to have no friends. I hate it. God, why? And so she was like, listen, you know, she came to me straight. She was like, we needed a better life. I wasn't about to have you in high school, you know, going to TAF. If you know what TAF is, you can't listen.
By the way, sorry that your sister had to go through it.
Right, but she
like,
didn't kind of. Yeah, she didn't. She kind of didn't. She lived in Tennessee. And then my sister is not really my sister. She's my cousin. My mom, when her mom died and her father got deported, she
took her in. Yeah,
my mom adopted her.
Wow.
So she only spent a few years in the Bronx, but she made a lot of friends while she was in the Bronx and whatever. And she decided, well, my mom pushed her into college, like literally was like, you will go.
Yeah.
You can, left her on across Bronx one day because she decided, my sister was like, yo, I'm not going to school. Like, I don't want to go to college. don't feel like it. I don't feel like I can learn anything from there. Mom pulled over on the cross Bronx and said, get the fuck out of my car then.
Your mom loves surprises.
Yeah, she loved it. Not in my car. And left her on the cross Bronx.
Were you in the car?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And I was losing it. I was like, we're going to leave her. She's going to... Drove off. She drove away.
Yo.
I think I want to have your mom on your podcast.
Wait, was that even
My mom is crazy.
Was it even at an exit? Like, or was it just sort of like on the shoulder and it's like, fuck it?
On the
like,
shoulder. Just hey, just
walk a
bye.
couple miles that way to the exit or walk a couple miles that way?
Figure it out since you want to tell me where you going to go.
Oh, my God.
And I don't remember if we picked her up or if my uncle or somebody had to pick her up. I'm going to ask her.
You want to know what? Somebody picked her up.
Somebody picked her up, thankfully.
Yeah.
And then one
anybody.
night, my mom said, pack up. You going to school. I enrolled you. Buffalo State College. Goodbye. I'm leaving you here at this bus. You can make the choice to get on the bus or you can make the choice to be a homeless person. So
she chose
the college.
Oh, okay.
And she's become like this beautiful college graduate who
Don't act like you were always on board.
Yeah.
No, I was.
A lot of tears.
I was like I wanted to support my sister in any way because, you know, she didn't know what she wanted to do, and I was 10 years younger, so I didn't really know I didn't understand anything. I was 8 when she decided to go to college. Yeah. But she got her master's, and now she's going to go get her PhD.
And wow, that's amazing. And do you guys laugh about that now?
We always do. She always makes jokes about it, especially my mom does. She was like, this has come from the girl that told me she wasn't going to school.
Yeah.
But
when she's like, hey, I'm coming in, I'm flying in at this point, can you pick me up? And your mom's just like, no, you can walk.
Right, you can walk in. But yeah, you know, so it was, I thought I was expecting all white school, me not fitting in nowhere. I was going to hate it. I walked with my friend Raj, yeah. Okay. I made an Indian friend across the street because it was a very diverse street we lived on. And me and Raj walked to school.
He was the same age?
Yeah, same age as me. And he was giving me the ups and downs of school. He was like, listen, like, you know, people are going to fit in here, but some people, we may not be in the same group and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. So, you know, I was like, is there black people? He was like, yeah, there's black people. There's tons of black people. So I was like, all right, cool. So we get into the school and I'm like, damn, there's a lot of black people. I was very surprised. I was like, okay, cool. I can do this.
Were there any white people?
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
But I didn't pay much attention. Like I knew where I fit in.
Did you end up being friends with Raj?
Yeah, me and Raj was cool. We were always cool until
a pencil got in the way. Oh.
No, until high school. High school, you start, you know, that was all our faults. We start getting into cliques and no one talks to people anymore when they were kids.
Oh, now you're the mean girl.
No. We were yeah. I wasn't a mean girl. My friends were mean.
Yeah.
I wasn't mean, no.
You were mean adjacent.
I was mean by association.
Yeah. So you get to high school and
what do you want to do at this point? I mean, like when you go to high school, I mean, like what do you want to do in life?
Oh.
Yeah, what's 14-year-old dreams like?
What did I want to? Oh, I wanted to be a psychologist.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted to be a psychologist. And
wait, real quick.
That went all the way through.
What'd you want to be at 14?
I wanted to be an artist.
No, I wanted to be a baseball player. So that worked out for all of us.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah. Great.
Dash dreams.
Right.
No, but so you settle in. Now you got your clique. Are you enjoying school? Are you in like clubs? Are you like driving around, going to movies? Like, what is suburban life like?
It changed. Sorry. No, I wanted to be a psychologist at 16. 14, Deani wanted to be a actress. So I went to school for acting.
You're kidding.
Yeah, shout out to East Brunswick. I went to a school, like it was a tech trade school that had acting in it, right? You had to audition and all this stuff. So I auditioned and I got in. And yeah.
So you have acting courses
so theater,
like throughout the days?
Yeah. So you had like 4 classes of like core English shit, math, whatever. And then the rest of your day is theater.
Whoa.
So
what productions were you in?
So here's the thing. I was a kid who just didn't believe in
roles.
Structure.
Structure. I just wanted to do stuff I wanted to do. Like I don't know what I liked monologues a lot.
Yeah,
sure.
I would.
Did anybody else like monologues?
Right. You're a solo artist. You're not in a group.
Right. I don't like dialogue. I like monologue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would skip out on all the show. I mean, all the plays. Me and my best friend Asia. I met my best friend at in 9th grade. She was also in the class, and we would get sent to the office every day. We wouldn't pay attention, but we were the best actors in there.
Right.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
But we didn't have anything. We didn't have any work ethic. We didn't care. And plus, theater history is boring, and I hated it.
Right.
And also, lighting was boring. That class was boring. We had lighting class. We had set
design. You didn't want to do any of that. No.
Yeah, no, I hated it. I just wanted to read my monologue.
Right.
And get my claps.
Mm-hmm.
Did you audition anywhere?
No, I was too scared.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was scared. But yeah, I did one monologue. There was like a day where people came into the auditorium and you got to showcase like your talent or whatever it is. And I did oh Jesus Christ. What's that movie? Fences. I was Rose.
Wow.
The monologue.
Wow.
Yes. And I killed that shit, and I got a standing ovation.
Amazing.
It was really good. That was the highlight of my 14-year-old life.
And that compelled you to continue and become an actress.
No. Then my mom said, this is not challenging, and I see that you're getting A's in math and English, and I know that's not true. I'm taking you the fuck out, and you will be going to high school. And
surprise.
So, right. Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise. So... sent me back to Piscataway High. Well, sent me to Piscataway High. And my best friend also, her mom took her out.
Asia?
Yep, Asia, Edison High.
Oh, they separated you guys.
They separated us. We were trouble, though. My teacher was very dramatic, of course, because she was
a drama teacher.
Right.
Yeah.
But she was so dramatic where she would be like, I am peeing black because of you guys. She would say things and we would just laugh the whole time because you're not peeing black, ma'am. Stop. You're being extreme. And you're not. She would just say like, oh, I'm about to have a stroke because you got. I'm like, we don't do anything but laugh. That's all we do is laugh. If you just keep
I thought it was a good thing.
No.
Oh, peeing black like a medical condition.
No, like she's sick or something. But it was
have
not
rotted
our
my
fault.
insides.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
She would say shit like that all the time to us, me and Asia. That's it.
Yo, and you didn't give a shit.
No, because we didn't think it was true. We
yeah,
were
it's
like,
also like
shut
prove it.
Right.
You're peeing black.
Peeing black over 2 girls laughing in class.
Pee black in a bucket. Show us.
Yo, it was just you. It wasn't even the whole class.
No, it was just me and Asia. Me and Asia were trouble. That's all we did. We got sent to the office probably every day, and then we got in trouble we almost got suspended for starting a riot, and then we did it. It was a diverse school, but it was very racist in there.
Is that right?
It was scary. Yeah, it was scary.
That
it
sucks.
was scary. Supposedly there was like a bunch of Russians in the school. I didn't know. Or whatever, and I said Black Power one day in the middle of like a bunch of white people, and they got mad.
That started the riot. Yeah,
it started something because somebody else started yelling, and then they started fighting, and then they pulled me and Asia right into the office, and they were like, "Why? What did you say?" I said Black Power. I'm gonna always say Black Power. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. You'll be fine. I'm black. And I think we're powerful. Black Power.
The teacher's peeing black?
Right.
Yeah.
The teacher's hello.
Yeah.
So then we were done with school there.
So Piscataway High.
Yeah.
Like totally different.
Yeah.
Are we talking like so this is not an acting specific school?
No, this is a school. This is like no one has a profession, a trade, or nothing. We're just going to class just the fuck because.
Social studies,
yes,
English, math, earth science, whatever.
That's
chemistry.
When it tested my real knowledge.
Yeah.
Which was nothing because I was like, this was not it. I hated school. I hated it.
Did you ditch school?
No.
Oh.
I'm scared
there.
Very scared of my mother.
Okay.
Yeah. If you didn't know by now, my mom really doesn't play a lot of things.
Well, it's better to be left like on, some road in New Jersey than it is left on the Cross Bronx Expressway.
Nope. I'm good either way. I went to class. I just didn't do anything. I just was like, this is not for me. I hate homework. I love being social though.
Right.
Social butterfly. If you can't tell on Twitter and Instagram, I love being social. That was a problem in high school, and that was a problem in college. I just was very social.
So, did you look at any other colleges besides going to Clark Atlanta?
I looked at all black colleges except for Howard and except for Spelman.
Why? Howard,
I felt was overrated. Everybody wanted to go.
Oof,
damn.
And it's not overrated. I just felt like at that age, I was like, everybody wants to fucking go to Howard. I know there's other schools. Then I went on a school tour, a college tour, and I saw all these different black schools, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I like Clark a lot. Spelman, I didn't want to go because it was all girls, and I was like, I don't get along with people, period. So I cut them two out. Other than that, you know, I went to every school and saw, and I was like, oh, okay, I like Clark.
Did you have any idea by the end of high school what you wanted to do for a living?
Psychology.
Like, what was your first job in high school?
Oh, God. I worked as a, what is it, people, cashier lady at Stop and Shop.
Wow.
Yes.
Scanning.
Yep. Boop. Yeah, really bad.
Boop. Bag too?
Sometimes. Wasn't really a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Had my homeboy do the bagging. And
who was working there?
Yeah,
it wasn't just like a friend.
Like my guy. Like
no. He worked there.
Johnny
but
put a tweet out, and she was like, "Yo, I need an intern."
Yo,
no,
Raj,
he
Raj,
did the shout out to Raj.
Secure the bag.
He did the collecting of the things outside. What are those things? Carts.
Shopping carts.
Yeah, and he would come inside and help me bag, and we'd be talking and stuff like that. But I got fired, kind of / quit. It's both.
Doesn't feel like there's a slash there.
No, there's a slash. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fired, quit. I got fired, quit.
I don't think that's a thing. Yeah. But
no, I did it at the same time.
What did you do?
They fired me, so it really counts.
But they mostly fired you.
Who said it louder?
Me, of course.
Yeah.
But the problem was I didn't really understand the whole schedule thing.
Sure.
You telling me when I was supposed to work really puzzled me. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
My best friend was having a Sweet 16, and I was like, yeah, no, I have to go to my best friend's Sweet 16. I am in her court. I have to go. Didn't know I had to tell them that. Didn't know that they already scheduled me for a day.
They wanted you to be in aisle 16.
Right, exactly. And I was like, yeah, no, I didn't show up. So that was my warning. Mm-hmm. And then my mom got into a car accident. And that day I was supposed to work. And I said, nah, I'm not coming to work. And I didn't tell them. I was like, fuck them. I don't need to, whatever. So I came to work the other day I was scheduled. And she was like, yeah. Oh, no, sorry. They called me. And they were like, yeah, well, you didn't show up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, well, my mom got in a car accident. I don't believe you. Oh, bitch, yeah. So me and my mom, all wrapped up. She just got out of the hospital. Well, just got out like a week later. We drove down, and I'm causing a scene, yelling, screaming, because y'all think y'all going to fire me / I quit anyway kind of thing. So I'm yelling at the girl because I've been wanting to give her a piece of my mind anyway. Mm-hmm. I didn't fucking like her anyway. Mm-hmm. So I kept going. And then I got carried out. My mom went with me, and that was it.
And I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was pissed. But I didn't want that job anyway. I don't like it. I hated it. Yeah. And then I was a camp counselor, which was a dope idea for me because I love kids. Kinda, not really. Like I don't. Yeah. Kinda. I'm not really a big fan of kids 8 and up. Fuck them. I don't like them.
What ages were you working with?
Like 5-year-olds.
15-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 and up.
Yeah.
Nah.
They can go.
You can go away.
Wait, so eventually when you have kids in your life,
go away.
Your kids, you're good until 8 years old and then
go with your father. Because I'm sure that's how it's supposed to work anyway. Like, go with your father after 8 because
I don't want to see you for 10 years.
Yeah, leave him on a bridge.
Right. Because I don't, their mouth, and especially I can just envision my child's mouth and how they think they're going to be able to talk to me.
Because they're half you.
Half me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you can't deal with that?
No. Or how they think. Because I'm like, I know what you're thinking. You ain't slick. Mm-hmm. Sit down.
Do you find that you're a lot like your mom?
Yes.
How does she deal with that?
My mom was very strict. she's my homie, my best friend.
Of course.
Like literally, I tell her everything. I told her when I lost my virginity. I told her everything. But I know the fear inside. Like my mom put so much fear inside of me that I cannot ever. I still can't pierce my body. I still can't like get tattoos because I'm still like, oh, what's my mom gonna think? My mom doesn't care now. She tells me every time, I don't care. You are 27 years old. I don't care anymore. But you know, I don't know. My mom was very frightening.
You should get a neck tattoo.
No. She let my brother get a tattoo at 18. I lost it. But you know what he did? He tattooed her name. So she was like, oh, I like it.
Right,
whatever.
right.
Shut up.
That's forever.
Like, it's so ridiculous.
You just want something stupid?
Yeah. I wanted something stupid.
You want Marvin the Martian on your fucking, you know.
No. What did I want? I wanted the Kanye West glasses on
Which
my
ones?
body.
The
ones.
The slotted ones.
Yeah, the shades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely get them.
Because of Glow in the Dark tour.
Get them now.
No, I'm not getting them now.
You went and you saw the Glow in the Dark tour at like the Garden or something.
Yeah, 2006.
And you left there and you said
7. Yeah, I was like, I'm getting it tattooed on my body.
And it's gonna be that.
And my mom said, hell no. No, you won't. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was your one tattoo.
Oh my God, I would hate myself right now. Can you imagine?
Your mom was right.
Oh no, she's always been right about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like you're with a guy and you're like, oh, don't mind my giant slotted glasses.
Right.
Kanye, stronger glasses. I don't know what I was thinking. I love that tour though.
Oh,
that tour was amazing.
incredible.
It's my favorite tour.
Yeah.
So how do you get down to Clark, Atlanta? You take a bus? Are you driven down?
Oh, we drove.
You drove.
Mm-hmm. We packed all my stuff. And
Did you get
drove
emotional?
Down. I didn't. My mom did really bad in the parking lot. And then my little brother, he was like, how old was he? He was like 6 at the time, 7. He was crying too. And I was like, oh God. I just wanted them to go.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
You wanted to get started.
I wanted to start this life. But then I really realized, like, after the first week, I was like, this is trash. I miss my mom. I want to go home. I start crying every day. She was like, no, you have to stick it through. I was like, I hate this place. I hate it.
Why?
Because I thought I would make friends faster, and I wasn't. And I didn't realize how much of a, this was during the Kid Cudi, 808s and Heartbreaks time. So I was an emo kid. Then I became this like really silent person with earphones all the time who would never talk all the time. And then people thought that either I just was rude, mean, or I just didn't want to speak to anyone. So
including your roommate?
Yeah. I had a few roommates. So.
A few roommates?
Yeah.
Like in 1 year?
Yeah.
Do we want to go down this route?
Well, because
how quickly?
You know, I can't really tell. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I do know I had 2 before I met my true roommate. She's one of my closest friends now.
Your heart.
Yes. But the 2 before, one was a prostitute. Okay. The other.
Wait, as a profession? Like a professional prostitute?
She's an escort.
Okay.
Whatever. She's an escort. She came to the building on a pickup truck with a bag of stuff, like a garbage bag. I swear to you, a garbage bag. She didn't have anything. She asked to use my covers. This is my second one, by the way. This is not the first one. And she asked you some covers and a pillow. She was like, girl, I got you when I start, breaking in money. I was like, okay, I'm thinking she's going to sell weed. I don't know. Whatever. But not my business. I mind my business like I always do. And she got a laptop within the first few weeks. A laptop, a TV,
a new cover for
some
you?
covers.
Okay, good.
She gave me back mine because I was right.
Yeah.
So
she's okay so far.
Right,
no
she
problem.
was fine.
Yeah.
Then do you guys in swipes, like meal swipes?
Yeah.
Those things are very, very important.
Yeah.
She was taking my card and swiping that shit at the calf, and I found out because every morning, I wake up late at 12. One, I miss my first 2 classes and then move on. But
again, schedule's not your
schedule's not my thing.
Yeah.
So, so one day I'm watching Maury, and I'm in the bed, and I see the cards just slide under the door. So I'm like, who the fuck's on? I run to the door and open the door. It's her. She's like, oh. I'm like, first of all, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? What are you doing? She was like, oh no, I took the wrong card. You're a fucking liar. I said, if I go down there and I see that one of my meals is gone, it's gonna be your ass. I promise you that. And then she was like, oh, but it is, I took a swipe because blah, blah, I didn't think that you would worry or be upset.
Guess what? That story changed real quick.
Yeah.
Rumbled me then. So that happened. And then the one before, I let this broad use my refrigerator. My refrigerator wasn't that big, but I said, sure, if you have like any milk or anything like that, go ahead. She said she had medicine that she had to put in the refrigerator. Y'all gonna call me fucked up. But it's because it's the principle. Like, so I put it all in there, whatever. And I come back and my shit is out. My milk is out. She left it because she wanted to make room for her medicine. No, that's not how this goes. So I took her medicine out. Now, I'm not responsible for when you come back. She ain't come back till the next day. So the shit was hot or whatever. And she needed her medicine now. What the fuck it is. I don't care. So I left that shit out. I said, here, you put my milk out. And this is my refrigerator. I'm letting you use shit. You should have at least called me or something and said, hey. So she was like, oh, no, but that's my medicine, blah, 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 blah. I could die. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. So we started fighting, whatever. She wasn't nothing. And then, that happened. So that I met those two, gone, whatever.
Third
then
time's
I met
the charm?
Kristen. Yes. Then I met Chrissy.
Well,
I lived by myself for like a month. That shit was amazing. And then...
All right, so
I met Kristen.
Did Kristen dabble in prostitution or have any medicine?
No, she was the greatest.
You were fine.
She was the greatest. She understood me. She wasn't annoying. She didn't talk that much. You know what I'm saying? We talk when we want to talk, and then we were always seen together because like that's our first friendships. You know
and then. So you're still in this emo phase. You keep it to yourself. You're going to class.
Right. I'm
Some of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If your mom is listening.
Hey, mom.
Yeah.
No, she knows by now.
Were you joining any clubs? Were you active in the Clark Atlanta theater scene?
No. I wanted to do theater, but I was too scared. A lot of the times I let fear control a lot of my actions, especially around 18. Well, my whole life, but 18, 19, 20, I was afraid. 21, I was afraid of what people may think, how good I could actually do, me not being that good and then people talking about me. I really cared a lot about what people thought.
All through college.
So, I didn't do any clubs. I didn't do anything. I was really into music, and that's all I would do is study. That was during the blog era too. So, I'm on all these forums and blogs and whatever.
Wait,
and
what
I'm
was your
reading. Name? Flashing Lights 123, like my AIM name.
Wow.
Like the tattoo you should have gotten.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was a Kanye West stan.
Yeah.
And so I just I didn't do anything.
Who'd you see perform down there in Atlanta? Who came through?
Oh my gosh. Wiz Khalifa. I remember when he was first fire.
Yeah.
And then I was a big fan of Big Crit then, but I didn't see him. Drake. I remember when he came. Shout out to Fadia. I think she actually put that together.
Yo, Fadia is the best.
Fadia is my fairy godmother. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Drake.
Would you go to those? What was it, Broken Bougie?
Yep. Went to one of those before. Still was a loser, so I was like in the corner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody really knew me.
Did you get to know the city pretty well?
Yes.
Or was it just around all the universities?
Well, yeah, I stayed around the universities. We didn't really drive around like that because nobody had a car.
Where would you say the best prostitutes could be found?
I don't know where any. The dudes would pick her up at Beckwith. If you know Clark, you know Beckwith Hall. Beckwith Hall is where we stayed. It was an all-girl dorm, and
Room 112,
That's
where the players dwell. Yeah.
Where the players dwell. But they would pick her up in these nice cars. It'd be luxury cars, and they would pick her up and they would drop her ass off. And I never asked what she did. It's none of my damn business. So
unless you became like her pimp, and then it would be your business.
Oh, that yeah.
No,
Tiani.
she's her own pimp, which was dope.
No, yeah, right.
I really would have liked to
Female empowerment.
Yeah. I
Well,
could
it's
have
really
been. What is it
Scottie.
called? A maid? What is it?
Oh, a madam.
A madam.
Yeah.
In my other life,
You're a madam.
Yeah. What was your first job? I was a madam.
madam. Yeah.
Aspirations.
A girl I went to middle school with was the madam for in the Elliot Spitzer scandal.
Yeah, the disgraced governor of New York who had a prostitution scandal in D.C.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So shouts to her.
Yeah.
Wow, is she in jail?
I think she was. I mean, like she.
Yeah,
left-
and then with madams, you don't really get that much time. You know what I'm saying? You get out,
Right.
start all
That's
over
the
again.
problem with
Miss-
life. There's never enough time.
Right. So what happens around graduation? What's the move? Like, you're not staying in Atlanta.
What graduation?
Oh,
Yeah. So
oh,
wait.
right.
Yeah,
That's
right.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I
Here's
lied.
the mind.
Here's the thing. Last time you were on our podcast, you told a story about how
Not
you
the
were-
last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 times ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 times ago.
Yeah. You
Gianni
told
was
it-
here for the year-end review.
Yes.
Yes, where I was right about everything.
I think
I was right. Are you crazy? I was right about everything.
Okay, you want to know
Close
I'll
to
what?
turn
everything.
this place down.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll shut it down.
All the medicine's coming out of the fridge.
Everything. Everything.
Verse of the year, 2 Chainz champions. Me.
That was one. You got one.
One.
Out of everything. I was right about
No,
everything.
you were right for a lot of things.
I was right about French Montana. I was right about having an off year.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right. Now I'm like,
now you're back.
right. I'm like,
You're not even like here for your Bronx brethren.
I do want him to do well.
Yeah.
But I knew that though. I knew he was off.
And
You
by
just
the
got to
way,
say it first.
Came roaring back
Yeah.
this year. We got a lot to talk about when you return.
Yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
because it was a year.
This was a year.
Drake is quiet. It was a quiet year for Drake.
We are gonna have a good,
We're gonna bring
productive
this back up.
conversation.
Yeah.
It was a quiet year for Drake.
So anyway, the first time you were
Okay,
on the
so the
podcast.
first time you were on the podcast, you talked about how you took the life out of 3 girls, stomping their faces in.
You're
They're
correct.
still alive. They're still alive, guys.
Yeah,
Right.
same with the girl who has a pencil mark on her eye.
They're still alive.
They're still alive. They're just changed.
It just changed. Yeah, they just know not to ever. Hopefully, they never fuck with another person like that ever again.
But
Well, specifically you. So
Right.
Um,
But just anyone that they corner in the bathroom. I don't.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? And tell me not to call. Yeah, we won't do this again. But yes,
you were so ready. You were so ready.
yes.
so wait. So
you had hands, fists.
after that happens,
shoes.
is there a university reaction?
No. There's no reaction from my school. Didn't even know about it or anything like that. It was. Well, I was Miss Junior of Morehouse too, so that was the only thing I was in. Like, that's the only organization thing that I did. I did a pageant, which
Yeah.
is
Well, by
hard
the
for
way-
everybody to believe.
Well, first of all, talk about how it's so hard for you to put yourself out there. And then a pageant is literally putting yourself out there.
Oh my God, that's the first thing I've ever done in my life. I wanted to cry.
Just for the record, Miss Junior,
yeah,
Morehouse.
Miss Junior of Morehouse, because of course, there couldn't be a Miss Junior of Morehouse at Morehouse. Well,
Right.
they went to Spelman, and usually they get their girls from Spelman. So I was the only girl at Clark that was trying out to be Miss Junior, and so in the pageant, I just said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and then if it happens, it happens. But at that time, I also knew that I was pretty popular. You know what I'm saying? I got along with a lot of people. When I say a lot of people, I'm talking about Morehouse and Clark. Spelman did not fuck with me. It was no.
Wow.
They did not fuck with me. And they shouldn't. And I think that after therapy and a few other thoughts,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have. I was a mean person. You know what I'm saying? And
With
they were
Spelman.
mean to me first.
Okay.
But I was meaner.
Retribution.
Yeah. You want to know what? It's the Trump philosophy.
Right.
You're
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
hit me. I'm gonna hit you
I'm gonna
2
hit
times
you
harder.
2 times harder.
Yeah, and then also
But
kick
fuck
your
Trump.
face in. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Right,
First of
right.
all, fuck Trump.
Fuck,
yes.
yeah, first
fuck
is
Trump.
first.
Yeah.
Fuck him. But yeah, don't fuck with me. So I did the pageant, and as my talent, I sang. Oh my gosh.
What'd you sing?
I sang this gospel song that I always sang because it was a gospel song that that I learned way back, because my mom didn't go to church like that, but I always loved this song, Can't Give Up Now. I love this song, and I sang it at
just like a quick, just like a quick.
You could be Miss It's the Real.
No. Ooh.
And It's the Real Housewife.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Clark Atlanta.
So I sang it during everything. I sang it during my grandfather's funeral. I sang it at pageant. I sang it again somewhere else because it's been asked.
Summer Jam.
Asked me to. No. But I sang and people liked it, and I was very shocked. I don't know. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. So then,
but
at the end,
they crowned you. They did the whole thing.
At the end, yeah, they start chanting. First of all, my mom was there, and she was just everybody was shocked.
Oh, this is amazing.
And at the end, they start chanting Scottie, 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 Scottie. So my mom is looking around like, who the fuck? Who is Scottie? Because she went by Deani, so she didn't really know who. And then my best friend had said, that's Scottie. Her name in school is Scottie. So the chants and stuff, I was overwhelmed. I cried, and then they crowned me that girl.
So what were your duties?
I did a parade. I know that. And I left in between my junior year, so I didn't really get to do all the duties.
Whatever charitable works. Or
whatever. I was supposed
just
to
left
do
on
a
a
whole
high
bunch
note.
of
Yeah.
stuff.
Why did you leave?
I was just
scheduling.
No, I was mentally exhausted from school, and I didn't know a lot of things that plagued my mind. Period was just what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I'm so good at this music thing, but I don't know what to do. And I didn't understand how the whole make your own path thing too. You know what I'm saying? I thought that I would have to fit in somewhere. I didn't like writing like that. And I didn't really, at this time, like doing radio or TV or anything like that. I was like, where is the middle? There's have to be a middle, like somewhere where I can express my love for hip hop and music, period. But I couldn't find it, and I wrecked my brain for it. I stopped going to school, all Fs. You ain't seen an F. I mean, you seen my F, because I ain't seen school in a class in forever. And I just gave up. I just dropped the ball. Everything. I just dropped it.
What was your mom's reaction?
Yeah.
She was very upset.
Yeah, I mean, think about what happened the first time with your sister. And
right. So she's thinking, both my daughters are doing the school thing and, degrees and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah. I didn't, and also I was very silent about my mental issues. I didn't say anything. I didn't tell anybody anything. Because I felt like they weren't that serious until they got serious.
Right.
Were you still living down there?
Mm-hmm. I did some really crazy things. I used to lock myself in the room for days.
Really?
And not speak to anybody. And they would have to, RA would have to come up and unlock the door for my best friend to tell people, she's alive, she's good. Because I didn't want to speak to anybody. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And that drove my ass crazy. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Who could you trust in?
No one. I didn't talk to anybody.
What music got you through?
Kanye West, Late Registration, Heard Him Say. That was my favorite song. I say this all the time. I've never heard something more freeing in my life than
Adam Levine.
Yes, Heard Him Say. I don't know what about that song struck a nerve. I played it over and over. My best friend would come and he'd have to put her ear to the door to make sure that Heard Him Say is playing and that I'm okay, and then she would walk away. But that's all I would play. That was it. And Kid Cudi.
Would that song make you happy, sad, or both?
I don't know. I mean, at that time, it was a very sad life. I was in a really depressive state. I also didn't realize that there was this thing called depression, and people suffer from it at 19, 20. I didn't know that, any of that. I didn't, and plus, the black community also doesn't take depression very seriously. They think you can pray through it, or they either, they think that you got a job, you good, all right, move on. You got shit to do, you got shit to handle. So it's not really taken seriously. And I know that if I told my mom would be like, girl, there's so much more going on in the world. You be fine, whatever. But, I didn't know how to navigate through all that. So, yeah, I just left.
Where'd you go?
Home. My mom didn't talk to me for weeks.
Living in the same house, didn't talk to you for weeks. Sat down at the same dinner table, didn't talk to you. Like woke up in the morning.
She didn't speak to me.
Look at you. It was like you weren't even.
She wouldn't speak to me. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? All her money just wasted, gone. Because I had some issues. I just didn't understand. And plus, also, it was Clark's fault. I went to Clark a few times to tell them I don't understand the school thing. I didn't understand. Although we joke about scheduling, I did not understand the schedule. Like, I didn't understand how any of this works. Or, like, how writing papers work or whatever. I just was like, and plus I'm dyslexic. It was just a lot. I was like, this is not for me. This is a lot. I don't want to do it anymore. Done.
So they couldn't even, for the financial thing, like they wouldn't accept it as like a deferment? Like they wouldn't be like, oh, like she'll come back. She's just taking a leave?
No. I don't know what I've never even seen my paper, like what it says. I'm sure it just said just left.
Star.
Just gone.
Yeah.
She's left.
Featuring Cameron and
Consequence. Right. Because that's it. And that was the end of that college experience. I did not do college anymore.
You're the college dropout as well.
Yes, I am.
Hey guys, we just want to take 1 second to interrupt this podcast to tell you that if you like this episode of A Waste of Time with It's The Real, there are 144 others just like it.
Well,
not just like it.
Yeah, you want to know what? If you like one episode and you tell us which one on either Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of that, we will tell you 3 more that we think that you will like as well.
145 can seem like a lot to sort of dive into, so let us, experts of this podcast, tell you which ones we think you would like.
Yes, it's a very personalized algorithm. We're here to figure out your shit. Here you go.
Yeah. A Waste of Time with It's The Real is available on all streaming platforms and download platforms and whatever platforms there are. So go, rate, review, comment.
Subscribe.
Please, tell us what you guys think. And most importantly, spread the word to a friend because we are tired of being the underdogs. A Waste of Time with It's The Real, guys. Now we'll get back into this podcast with Deani Scott. So you're back in New Jersey.
Yep.
You're living at home. Mom's not talking to you.
Nope. She was not talking.
You got to get a job or something? How are you figuring this out?
Yeah, I was. So during school and during the summer, when, we had that break, I did an internship at Columbia Records. So when I got back, I had asked, shout out to Alex Rego, I had asked her for a, small, like, job or whatever.
Yeah.
She didn't even have to pay me. I just wanted to be in the building to know what was going on and help and do record label shit. So that's what I did. Bolo and all of them helped me, and, Ayelet, all of them.
Yep.
Watched me grow. And then I started working at Vinny Styles. I asked Ebro. I said, Ebro, I want to be a designer. Now I wanted to be a fashion designer because I love streetwear. So I wanted to learn about it. He was like, hey, go and work at Vinny Styles or whatever. Vinny, worked at Vinny Styles for a little bit and realized that was not where I wanted to do anything because I didn't like retail, nor did I really like designing. I just like clothes.
Yeah.
I just realized you could just like clothes
and
buy it.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to like do all that extra shit. So did that. And then interned at Hot, then did the street team at Hot, and
that's when we first met you.
Yes.
So
street team
when you're interning at Hot 97, now you're a little more grown up Deani.
Yeah.
You're not 7-year-old Deani.
Right.
Are a lot of the same people still working there?
It changed a little bit. I mean, a lot of the core people were still there, but radio is heartless. Like, people get fired. After Summer Jam, you had to keep your eyes open and know what was going on because they were about to cut about 10 people down. But the core people were there, like the Ebro and
Angie
and Flex and Enough and all of them. They were there. Promotions, people went.
So did you get in where you fit in? Like, were you just doing whatever?
I was doing whatever. Like, when I say I'm talking about, I was a nomad. I didn't, because you had to go all the way back to Piscataway. Like, I had to take a train. My mom was not driving me, by the way. She was She forgave me.
Yeah,
but she still is upset.
You want to find your own way?
Find your own way.
So she didn't get you in it hot.
Well, no, she told me I had to like actually do the whole process. I had to sit and talk. Shout out to Donisha. I had to sit and talk to Donisha, the head of promotions. She basically invited all. She said, "All right, all these people, you want to work here? Let's see." She would just cut you down. During the interview process, she cut you in pieces. And I was like, "This is not gonna work out." Like, and plus, she kicked my sister out. My sister was also a street team member when she was young, and Donisha was like, "You need to go home because you don't have the Hot 97 shirt on, so you go home." And that's the last time. My sister's still scared of Donisha.
Wow.
So yeah, Donisha didn't play that. She could easily tell my mom, "Nah, she's not working here." But
what like events were you doing? Were you doing like any of the things where you had to like drive out to Long Island and be like, "Hey, like you can win a car by keeping your hand on the car"?
Yeah. Well, no, not like that. But we would have to do like, set up shop anywhere, outside, anywhere in the Bronx, Brooklyn, anywhere, in the hoods too.
With the pop-up tents?
People wanted free shit all the time. Yeah. So all you're doing is like talking to people all day. And I enjoyed it. And finally when I started talking on the mic and, talking to people, and I was like, I kind of like this a little bit. But I didn't want to tell anybody. So, and I try to push it away as much as possible. Like, I would have somebody else get on the mic. You get on the mic. You get on the mic. But I kind of just drifted that way. And then, I worked all the time. Like, when I say anytime somebody said they couldn't do an event, I was there. Anytime people said they needed coffee, I was there. Picked up from school, I was there. I just wanted to be there. I wanted to make sure I was working as hard as possible.
Is this the first time in your life that you feel like, oh, I'm part of something that I actually enjoy?
Yes. And but I didn't want to do street team anymore, and there was no way out. So I was like, damn, this might have to end. Like, I might have to quit.
Leave Hot 97.
Leave Hot 97. So.
But you didn't.
Almost. I got a job at Adidas. Shout out to Adidas for lying. I lied on my resume and said I was a fashion merchandiser. Looked up all the things to say as a fashion merchandiser during the interview process. Killed that shit.
Keywords are?
I don't even remember. I know I wrote them down and I memorized them, and then I did the interview, and it was like, okay, well, your first day of training is on whatever day. I said, sure, thanks, great. So I was going to quit.
Wait, can I ask, what is a fashion merchandiser?
So basically, you just pick clothes and put them on the mannequin, and also you tell them what's good and what's not, like what outfits are good and what outfits are not good. Whoever hired me, I don't know what they were like. I literally was just making shit up. I was making shit up, but I had a, I guess the personality thing. It was cool. I got along with everybody.
You were good at lying.
I was great at lying. So, yeah, that was it.
But so you get that job, but Hot 97 comes back to you?
I go to work at Hot 97 to quit. And Ebro called me while I was in the office, and I was like, I thought he heard mom. Somebody told him something. I was like, oh fuck. So I answered the phone. He's like, yo, they're making changes with Hot. Angie, asked if you could work with her as a digital producer. Do you want to? And I was like, fuck yes. Are you crazy? Yes, absolutely. So he's like, all right, well, meet me in 5 minutes and we'll talk it through, blah, blah, blah. And I quit Adidas so fast. I was like, yep, quitting. I'm sorry. Something came up. I have to go. And that was when I was like, okay, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because that was scary. That was very eerie. And yeah, so Angie, I worked with Angie, and Angie told me that she wanted to work. She was like, I like you. You're always here. You're always working. You're always trying to find something. You're never in an artist's face. I don't believe in that whole, like, let's take pictures with every artist we ever see in life kind of thing. Unless you're working with them, then I get it. But if, you're just random, you're just doing shit in the corner somewhere and an artist is there, you don't really need to be taking pictures.
Talk about what it means to get a cosign from not just an adult who believes in you, and not just somebody who has experience, but Angie Martinez, the voice of New York.
I tailored my life after her. I mean, after reading, it's scary. Reading that book, Angie Martinez's book, I was scared because I was like, this is crazy. I tried to do everything like Angie, and then when I figured that I couldn't do everything like Angie, especially like she started earlier than I did, I started thinking I was a failure. I started to think that this ship has sailed. I should have been doing this at 18, blah, blah, blah. Which is not the case. Everybody has their own faith, but I look up to her. She is like the holy grail to me. You know, there's a few of them in there, and she's one of them for me.
And so what were your duties then?
So my duties was to post, you know, take pictures of Angie and whoever she was speaking to, post them on social media, all the questions that she has, you know, that
you're
she
doing
says
research,
yeah, everything I do, I'm trying to do at least.
And who else was on her team at that point?
Drewski.
Yeah.
Me, Drewski, and Lewis. Shout out to Lewis. Lewis also, he posted on her website because she had a website too. So I was doing her 97 posts and he was doing Angie Martinez posts. So yeah, it was all of us in there, and Angie, you know, we love her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all looked up to her.
What time do you get in the morning?
Not early, like, cause her show starts. Her show started at
3 to 7. Yeah.
So yeah, I got in at 12 because I also had to do the show before her. Dennis, I remember Dennis.
Big Dennis,
yeah, Big Dennis.
Big Dennis. So we had to do those, and you know, I had to get ready for Mr. C on the mix and do all that stuff so I could post his mix on the site and stuff like that. So
now you have a purpose.
Yeah,
and
kinda.
You're working with a schedule.
Yeah.
So this is a 5-day-a-week thing.
Every day.
Was Angie looking after you? Was she like telling you did a good job? Was she working you hard?
Angie, Angie gave me a lot of advice, especially when I came to her about, you know, questions about how to handle men in this industry and whatever question I had for her, she answered, and she did not hold back. She made it very clear. She's always been honest, and that's what I loved most about her. Always been honest. She was the first person actually to tell me about my attitude. I had an attitude. I will always have an attitude, but she told me, you know, sometimes I can't always have so much all the time. And so I realized that, and I toned it down like years ago. But yeah, I had to work on a lot of things about myself, especially at 23, 22. Had a lot to work on.
When did your mom start talking to you again?
Oh, she talked to me a few weeks later, like 2 weeks after, 3 weeks.
She couldn't help it.
She couldn't help it. She had stuff to tell me, gossip, whatever. She really wanted to tell me. So she was like, have you ever seen you watch The Office?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So you remember when Dwight was shunning Andy, and he was unshunned.
Yeah.
Unshunned. So that's basically what she did. She was like, okay, I'm done.
Do we watch The Office?
I know. I was looking at Dwight. I am the biggest.
Yeah.
I cannot go to sleep unless The Office is on.
Wow.
Yeah, I've watched all seasons at least 60, 50 times.
Are you a Pam?
Huh? Am I a Pam? No, I'm not no Pam. I'm not
Angela.
Pam. I'm not Angela. I'm Stanley.
Oh, okay.
I'm Stanley mixed with like...
Yo, the look.
Kelly?
Oh my
like the
God.
eye rolls.
No, I'm not. I can't. No. I am Stanley mixed with...
See, the Kelly thing, she gets like used and abused. You know, Ryan always like fucks
Ryan's
with her.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
No.
you're Ryan.
I'm not Ryan. I'm not an asshole. Right?
Are you Andy?
No.
Are you
'cause he's
Michael?
I
crazy.
haven't even thought
Are you
about
Michael?
Yeah, wait.
I'm a little Michael, and then I'm a little, because Michael makes me upset sometimes how selfish he is.
You're Stanley and you're Creed.
I love Creed.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I am
yeah,
Creed.
yeah,
I am Creed. Yes, you're not real, man. I love him. I love everybody on that episode. I mean, I love everybody on that show.
Yeah.
I wish God they would bring that show back.
Yeah.
They will never do it, but I know.
No. But isn't it nice that we had those seasons there? You know?
It was a great time.
Yeah.
I watch it so much.
Do you have
It's sad.
Do you have any Dunder Mifflin
Memorabilia?
merch? Yeah.
No, but I really want a mug. I said I would go and buy it. I keep forgetting. I want a Dunder Mifflin mug.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also want the mug, Michael Scott, the
World's Best Boss.
Yes.
Boss, yeah.
I want that too. And I love Jim, and I want him as a husband. Yes, but I'm not Pam. Pam pissed me off.
Oh,
Like season 8, she pissed me off.
What? Why?
That was during the time where she was not understanding his dream.
Oh yeah. To go to Philly.
And you just being scared because you want to be a fucking assistant. Go and work as assistant in Philly. What's the big deal?
I read a BuzzFeed post maybe like last year, and it was about how Jim is an asshole.
What? Who says?
And
How?
it's like they like totally flipped the script, and they were just like
no, they're trolling.
They're not trolling.
What'd
They made cogent arguments.
You were convinced?
I was convinced. I was like,
What?
huh.
Please help me.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. Because
You think Jim's an asshole?
I think that like Jim is basically I'm gonna boil it down.
Yeah,
Jim terrorizes his coworkers.
He terrorized one, and Dwight deserved it some of the time. So.
He makes decisions without including Pam on those decisions.
He bought a house one time.
Yeah, like your mom surprised you, and you were so happy along with it.
Right, but Pam should have said at that time, "You bought a house without telling me." She said, "You bought me a house," so she was excited about it. So what the fuck is the big deal?
Well, same with getting a job.
He had to follow his dream. I don't know what she was scary. And I understand the whole fear thing. She understood it too at the end. At the last episode, she was like, she couldn't understand why she let fear, direct her in all these other paths that she didn't want to do. But she let that shit, she tried to put that on him. And he's fearless. He's not going to do all that anymore.
He should have been communicating his wants and needs.
Whatever. He should have, but not all men do. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. Jim is a great man. I love him.
Oh, also he made Rashida move to his town.
Yeah.
He did her dirty.
Right. All the way from like Stamford.
He really thought he was done with Pam though. And then he saw Pam again. He loves that woman. Love conquers all. It happened.
So you're
that shit with Rashida was fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. That was a funny branch down there though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Great.
Yeah. All I'm saying is there's both sides.
So you're at Hot, and you're working with Angie now, and that's your life, right?
Yeah.
So summer jams.
Yeah, summer jams.
Do you enjoy that day? Is it a big sort of fun experience?
I hated it. It was work. Then from street team all the way down, it was nothing but. I love it because I get to talk shit, and everybody knows that I love talking shit about Summer Jam. It's amazing. Everybody wants to go. You can't go, and you mad. I will terrorize you. I love it.
Yeah.
But as far as doing the work, because then I was like, there's like pictures. Somebody had literally just sent me some pictures of me holding like a table on my shoulder. I was doing anything. I was during the street team time.
Why were you holding this table on your shoulders?
Because I had to set up and break down and do
She's
all
not gonna
shit
go
like
hit
that.
somebody with it.
Right? No, I was
You're
doing
like
like
a prop.
real ass work. Tents, opening tents, closing tents in the rain. And you know it always fucking rains on Summer Jam.
Yeah.
So I'm outside, drenched, doing shit. And during the time I was a digital producer, I got to post and stuff like that. But you still have to make sure you get everything. You can't miss anything. And I always like being in the front. What's the pit?
Yeah.
I love the pit.
That's where we would hang out.
Yeah.
And so that's where you would see like Raven. That's where you would see us. That's where
Low-key, everybody.
Although Low-key we always snuck down there with Low-key. We weren't supposed to be down there.
Well, Yeah. It's what you do on Summer Jam.
Right.
What did Ebro mean to your life and your career?
Everything. I mean, that's like my father to me, and especially coming from somebody who didn't really have a father figure like that. He's tough on me, but he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? He was very tough. But he's taught me so many things about radio and about just being myself that I could never, ever, 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 ever like disown this man or, push him away or anything like that. That's like my father. They make mistakes. They say things. I say things. We get into arguments. It happens. But that's, that's one of the reasons why I'm here today.
What do you think people get wrong about Ebro?
That he's a mean-spirited person. People really think he is mean-spirited. That man is so far from mean. He has his moody times. He's a moody man, and he's a Pisces.
Oh, I knew you were gonna go into that.
Wait,
I knew you were going to.
What's March?
You're asking the wrong people.
I don't know.
Well,
we can look
around
it up.
that time, I know some people around his birthday. They're the same fucking people. They are very moody and so sensitive.
And that's because of the sun and the moon and
the
the waves
stars
and
and
all
the sand.
that. Yeah,
all of that. But he he's a sensitive man, and he cares a lot about the culture. And people's passions are different. Passionate reactions to shit is different. I'm passionate about shit and I react differently. You guys are passionate about shit and react differently. He reacts differently. You know what I'm saying? And he's very protective of the culture and of hip hop and music.
Team.
Right, and his team. He really is, and he holds us down. So he means everything, and I really don't want people to think that this man is just like some mean ass monster. He wants you guys to think that, of course, so that he can have a reason to be an asshole.
Right.
But he's not that at all. He's
Right.
one of the most kindest men that I've ever met. He's a really kind-spirited dude. And I love him. I love him. He actually gave me money for my I was in a debutante at 16. He gave me my money for to sponsor me on a magazine. It was dope.
that's awesome.
He's like a father to me.
Where were you when Travis yelled at Jameer to get off stage?
Oh my God. So if nobody knows, Jameer is like my best friend. So that was
What happened to Raj?
to Raj. He was not my best friend. Shout out to Raj though. If you're listening. I don't know. I think he listens to a lot of podcasts. So I'm just gonna say shout out to Raj. You know where you live.
Yeah.
Jameer was on stage and I didn't even think it was him. But while this whole thing was going on, he was like, get off the stage and blah, blah, blah. I'm laughing because I'm like, who is this dude? Who's on the stage? And they're like, that's Jameer. And I was like, wait, what? And I run to the back and Jameer is heated. Like, I've never seen Jameer so upset. And he's such a nice...
He's such a nice guy.
All he does is play around and, play and laugh and do dumb shit.
And so, Travis Scott was like, get off my stage.
Dog. He was so pissed. But I didn't even see him for the rest of the day. Because, we had to work and stuff like that. It don't stop. Like, just because one of your friends got kicked off the stage by Travis Scott doesn't mean that you stop working. Right. You have to continue.
Right. Lots of tables to carry.
Lots of tables, lots of pictures to post. You had a lot to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was very pissed.
I bet.
It was very funny. It was very funny. I made sure he was good. Then I laughed. Because it was very, very
And you
funny.
laughed very hard.
And then when we heard the song, that shit was funny. And I was like, damn, you are forever going to be
that guy.
Yeah. He was like, yeah. That's something to tell you, kids.
Do you want to call out whatever friends you have who begged every year for summer jam passes?
Nope. Not doing it this time. I'm better. You know what I'm saying? I'm better. Therapy. Shout out to therapy.
Yo, people will call you like an hour before though, right?
People will call
during the show?
You.
What is people family included will call you as soon as the announcement happens. It's automatic. Hey cuz, what's up?
Yeah.
Blah, blah blah. Shut the fuck up.
You got
whatever,
me?
we don't talk. I don't respond to anything anymore. So
well, now you don't work there.
right. But they still think I do. When I quit in May, people thought that I had tickets to go in June. I'm like,
well,
no,
how many tickets do you have?
I didn't have anything.
Why won't you just give us tickets?
No, just for myself. I just going with myself. Like, that's all I was doing. And so everybody thought I was acting funny and all that shit. And
Let me just roll with you, like, and I'll
nah.
just, like...
But also, by the way, Deani doesn't respond to texts anyway,
right?
and so it doesn't even matter.
What makes you think I'm responding to you asking me for something?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Yeah, no, I'm good.
Where were you when Angie announced that she was leaving Hot 97?
In that room.
You were there.
Yep, me, Drewski, Lou, everybody. We were in that room. Well, she pulled us aside before she got on air, and she told us. I thought she was joking.
Was it a funny joke?
No, I don't know what I thought. I just was like, what are you talking about? Then I saw Drewski, whom I have to say it. Sorry, Drewski. He cried. So I was like, oh no, you're serious. This is a serious thing.
Yeah.
So I was a mess.
You didn't start laughing because you were like, ha ha ha, like we're all joking.
No,
yes,
no.
ha ha.
Then I started saying how serious it was, and I was like, oh, this is serious. and she wouldn't take her sunglasses off. So I just knew that was it. I couldn't even believe this was happening.
It was a crazy moment.
That shit was crazy. That was one of the craziest moments. That and Mrs. C quitting on air, probably the best. I mean, not the best, but the biggest moments I think in radio for me. Mr. C getting on air and quitting was liberating. It felt free.
Yeah.
It felt amazing. But seeing it, you know what I'm saying, when people were like pulling at the door, you know what I'm saying, to get him, and he kept holding on to the door, and he still was on air. I was like, this shit is popping. But it looked great. It looked liberating. You know what I'm saying? I love C.
But the Angie thing, the crazy thing was that there was no notice. It was that day.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yep.
And it was such a big move to go to the station down the dial.
That's what hurt, I think, everybody then. Because we knew where she was going, whatever. But I was like,
oh, right, she didn't announce it that day.
Yeah, no, I was like, man, this is going to be crazy. Because who would have thought? I would have never thought, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Angie Martinez.
Yeah.
Angie is Hot 97. Like, that, when you think of Hot 97, for most people, you think Angie and you think Flex. But you think Angie. You know what I'm saying? The voice of New York. It's Angie Martinez. So, yeah, when that happened, and my mom had to explain a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? She's been in radio for 30 years, so she was just explaining to me how this is what happens, and you got to get used to it, and it's a cold world out here. You know, people got to make choices. People, you also have to remember, people have families and want to provide, and when there's a bigger check, hell yes, I'm going to, and plus, when you feel stagnant and, you know, you feel like you're doing the same thing, you've already hit the ceiling, which I'm sure she felt. You know what I'm saying? There's other things to do, that you can do other things, which is why I left. I think a reason why Angie, you know, her movement and stuff, and a lot of other people's movements made me want to do other things and challenge myself, because I felt like I was just there, and I wanted to do more.
Yeah, you transitioned into doing stuff with the morning
air,
show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I did
stuff.
Ebro in the morning. I did you know, just.
Did you like the mornings?
No. Oh no, waking up, no, not at all.
That's what I'm asking.
Working with them, the best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I liked at the beginning when, like, you know, so they have that back studio where they will film the interviews,
right?
And every now and then, like, you would just sort of like pop up like behind Ebro's shoulder or something like that, and you were introduced and it was like, oh, this is cool, and it developed into like more and more of a thing.
Yes, and that's when, you know, people started to say, oh, well, she has a voice. Oh, that's dope. Whatever. So, yeah. After that, I started to really get into also new music. I wanted people to listen to new music and not, you know, because I can get stuck in 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Mm-hmm. And get stuck there and not move. Also, I can get stuck in 08, 09. Yeah. I get stuck there too. But
in 07 and 06.
07, not 06 so much, but I can get stuck in 07. 07. 06 only because late registration came out in 06, right?
05.
05.
Think so.
No, I think.
Or maybe 06?
Yeah, I think it might have been 06.
It might be 05. We'll do research.
Yeah.
But I know during that, yes, because late registration, that's all I was listening to.
Yeah. No, 2005.
2005. Okay, 15.
Shout
so yes. But, yeah, I was like, okay, I want to do more things. So Who's Next started to take off. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that was already there. You know what I'm saying? Carly Hustle did that before me, and then before Carly Hustle was.
But then
Chris
you took
Nadler.
Over, yeah. Mm-hmm. You took over. Who's Next?
Next?
I remember seeing Deani at her first Who's Next.
Oh my god.
And being like, yo, because Deani was freaking out, and I had to be like, yo, like it's gonna be okay. Like people will come. And you were like,
I was so scared. I was just scared. First of all, I realized then that I can't put together at events. I'm not good at it. I'm not good. I just want the artist to be on stage. That's all. As far as everything else is concerned, I don't really care. I just want to showcase music.
Right.
That was it. The details and emails about it, not
Miss
really
me.
a fan of. Miss me. But, that was a great experience because I got to meet so many artists that I do love, that I've met on SoundCloud, or I met, listened to on SoundCloud and met through Twitter, or met through Instagram, or whatever it is. And I'm like, yo, I listen to this. Can you do this? So that was really dope. I really did like that. I enjoyed that. That was my favorite part.
Who did you meet back there? Or who did you get on the Who's Next stage?
Oh, God. I have to write a whole list. So I think so. Dej Loaf. Oh God, it's a whole list. BJ the Chicago Kid. God, it's a lot of people. Like I can't even think first, and I have a really bad memory. I'm also realizing that too. It's
not today.
Really, I don't know what. No, I realized that a few weeks ago, where I can't remember certain things. Like when people ask me about music and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't even remember what year that was. I remember the song and I remember the person. I just don't remember years, and that drives me crazy. And now I don't remember names. But I'll send you a list.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Eric. Yeah.
I know this already. But
and that's Dwight.
That's Dwight. I keep looking at Dwight. I love that bobblehead. But it was a whole bunch. It was a lot, and some of them were just passion projects where I felt like, they still haven't probably taken off. But I know in time, Drum.
Wow.
In time where.
Love Drum.
Yeah. Amine. Did I have Amine? I can't remember. I have to write it down. But it's been so much, and it's been a year, but 2 years.
Yeah.
I did it.
How did Scottie Feedback develop?
Fadia, my fairy godmother, had this idea. She was like, hey, why don't you just listen to music and give feedback?
Because she was working at Twitter at the time. Yeah.
Right. She invited me to Twitter, and they were using some new app to do it. I was like, sure. So I did it, and it really did well. And I was like, I don't want to keep doing this. So then I said, but I want to invite people to do it. I want to invite you guys, by the way. So
it's not too late.
Yeah, there's no.
I want to. I'm going to. I just want to have everything and put my shit together first.
Yeah.
But
who were some of the people who you did have with you?
Okay, so DJ Clark Kent,
yeah,
Young Guru,
yeah,
Elliot Wilson, B. Dot, Low Key,
Lenny S.
Shit.
Wayno?
Carl Cherry, Wayno,
you would solicit music from people and listen to the music with your guest.
Yes.
How long did you give each song?
Well, it was up to them. Like it was usually up to DJ Clark Kent, Young Guru, or whoever I was invited.
Jinx.
Yeah.
See, you have a better memory than I do.
That's not true.
No, it's insane. Yes, you do. But I'm trying to look because I know I'm missing somebody. Wayno, yes. Oh, Biz. It's Biscuit. Mm-hmm. And Pete Rock.
Wow.
Yep. Fader Magazine's Naomi and Lakin Imani.
Shout out to Naomi.
Young Guru, yeah. Elliot Wilson and Lenny S. and a few others. Yeah, a whole list. So
wait,
yeah.
But not us.
No, I'm going to. I promise. I have so many other people I want to get to.
Oh, okay.
No.
Right before us.
I haven't done one. The last one I think was Wayno. I think the last one was Wayno. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to continue to do them.
So you would listen to the music, you would give feedback.
Yes.
Generally, how was your criticism received?
Great.
Yeah.
They liked it. No matter how, the most crucial, I think, person I had, the person that was like, who didn't give any fucks was DJ Clark Kent.
Yeah, no kidding.
And
yeah, well, he does not hold back in any
ever,
whatsoever.
That's why I love him so much.
It's the best.
But he was just like, this shit is trash. Go back to the drawing board. This is bad. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Do you know, after we did the round table here for 2016, and I said that 2 Chainz had the best verse of 2016 period, Clark texted me all these different verses that he felt were better, and then when I wasn't responding, he called me. And he was just like, here's why you're wrong.
And
so I was like,
so now I'm sitting in my room. Eric's pacing in his room with Clark on speakerphone, and I'm filming it because it was the funniest thing. It was like 10 minutes uninterrupted of Clark Kent being like, Pusha T had the best verse of the year, and let me tell you why.
Yeah.
And Eric is like,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Any number of Jay-Z's verses, this, and he's like naming all of them. I'm just like, I'm sorry, Clark. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm wrong. I'm
Right.
sorry.
No,
by the way,
but you weren't wrong.
I was right. I was right. And we saw him recently, and every time I see him, I tell him. So
Right.
I love Clark.
He's like my uncle. I love them. I love him. I love them all. I love all DJs. You know what I'm saying? Because they are literally. I want to get DJ Red Alert. I do, but he really. I would have to like really pick the songs.
You don't want to waste his time.
I don't know. Well, I just don't want him to be like, what the fuck is this shit is everything is trash. Because I randomly select so that people won't bitch at me about, oh, I'm picking favorites or whatever the fuck it is. I just go with who's, whatever. And if their name is ridiculous, I'll pick it because I'm like, I just want to hear what the fuck.
How long into a song starting do you know?
Me, myself?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First 20 seconds? 25 seconds, I'm like, if it's a long intro, I'll give it a minute. But 25 seconds, I know if this shit is going to bang or not. If it does not bang.
I remember the one that you did with Carl, and you guys talked about how names actually play a part in like whether or not
I
it's
want
gonna
to
work.
hear this shit or not. Right. Yeah. This is why I don't listen to XXXTentacion. I was like, I don't even understand it. I don't want it. Don't thank you.
And then the whole abuse.
Oh,
thing,
yeah, there's that too.
Oh, no. Yeah, that whole. I mean, this is before I found out about his dumb ass, like, actually doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
His name was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
Until somebody else says, oh, no, listen, for real. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, me and Carl talked about that, about, how names are really important. If you have a really good name, some people are going to listen, just to listen.
It's the real.
Right. Yeah. It's the real.
What a perfect name.
Right.
Perfect name.
You have great, if you have a great name, that's just the beginning. You're just opening the door. It's good.
When did you know it was right to leave Hot 97 for yourself?
I didn't know. I just did it. That day I just did it. There was
no forethought. There was no planning.
Nope.
You woke up that day, walked in, and...
I looked at my account and I said, all right, I'm good for a little bit. I hate this. I didn't want to do digital producing anymore. I wanted to do something else. And I was watching Nina Simone documentary the other day, and she was talking about no fear. And I think that's what pushed me. That day, what was it, May 1st or some shit like that? I was like, yeah, I'm going to quit today. I'm going to get my 2 weeks in. And I told my mom. I didn't tell anybody else. I told my mom. And she was like, yep, I've been told you it was time to go. I need you to go, to do other things. You're young still. Why not still experiment? You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yeah, I'm done. And HR, I had gotten in trouble for something. I forgot what it was. So they were sitting with me. My manager was sitting with me already. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, give my 2 weeks. I was shaking because everybody, the HR lady, she knows me for a very long time. So her eyes were, big and was like, what? I'm like,
she thought you were going to beat her up?
No, she would beat me up. She don't play that.
I'm glad you didn't pull the Stop and Shop shit.
No, I was like, I'm gonna
bring your mom in and just scream.
I just was ready to go. I was tired of being in the same, doing the digital producing and, posting shit that I don't really care about, especially gossip shit I don't care about. I don't care about gossip or entertainment. You understand? I don't want to do it. That's my goal, to not do it. Because sometimes women can get, especially in the industry, you get sucked into doing the fucking entertainment news or some shit like that, which is amazing for people who love to do that shit.
Right.
I want to just focus on music. That's all I want to do. I want to talk about music.
Are Dej Loaf and Lil Durk dating?
Right. See, I don't care. That shit I don't care about.
you know this, you've seen this, we've seen this, a million people have seen this. You get on Twitter and people can be assholes. People can be just jerks for no reason. The day that you announced that you were leaving Hot 97, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what the reaction felt like?
It was overwhelming. That's what made me cry. It was, the people in the building made me cry too, you know what I'm saying? But the Twitter being like, yo, what? Like, I'm supporting you wherever you go and stuff like that. And it was a lot. I didn't realize how big it would be until like it happened, and my Twitter just wouldn't, the loading, like I kept trying to load everything, and I was like, dog, like, okay. And Instagram too, everybody was like, yo, this is a big move, like you're really doing this is big, you inspire me to leave my job. I still get that when I went to homecoming. A lot of people was like, hey, you inspired me to leave my job, because if you can leave Hot 97 and just want to do your own thing off of faith, because I didn't have anything backed up. You know what I'm saying? I had a few contracts that I knew I was going to say no to anyway. So that was it. I just wanted to leave and focus on what I could do for myself. And also, Hot 97 is like a nest to me. It's like a child's nest. I've been there forever. Since I was 7. I've seen people in that building. I've seen people grow out of that building. I also wanted to be one of those people to grow out of it. I might have to come back. You know what I'm saying? Some people leave just to come back. But you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I do know that you have to step out on faith sometimes. And because, prior I said all I did was live life fearful of everything, of what everyone thought and what they would think of me and my talent, and what they would think of me and what I'm capable of doing, and why the fuck I cared so much about them and what they thought. So I was just ready to step out on me and just hopefully just do me. And that's what this is all about, being fearless and shit.
Yeah.
So that's what started it, my whole fearless thing. I'm going to be fearless for the rest of my life after that, because nobody would leave. I don't think anybody would leave like that.
Angie left.
But she had something backed up.
Yeah.
She had something backed up.
Right.
I didn't have anything backed up. I just knew.
I remember we were hearing there was something in the works, and I remember talking to you, and you were like, "Yeah, no, like maybe, I don't know."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know. I was just like, and everybody had told me, make sure you get something backed up. Make sure. I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. But you just got to count on yourself sometimes. And a lot of the times I've counted myself out of shit. You know what I'm saying? Talked myself out of doing shit that I knew that I was capable of doing, but I was just scared of being either good at it, or just being bad at it. There was no win. So at some point I was like, you know what? I know I'm capable of doing some shit. I don't know what shit, but I know I'm capable of talking about music. I'm capable of knowing about music, and I'm capable of putting people on to good shit. So that's
that same spirit as when you were up as, Miss Junior.
Yeah. Which was like no one would think that. No one would think, yo, Deani went on stage and sang. That's crazy. That's first of all, that's step one of nuts.
Yeah.
No one.
Well, what's crazy is that you're not singing it here and now.
No, I'm retired.
The song here and now.
Yeah. I promise to love faithfully.
I love that song.
Yeah. So now you are working with Revolt.
Yes.
And
working with them.
How is that?
It's fun.
That's good.
It's a good experience because this is new. TV is new for me.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole teleprompter thing is troublesome. Whoa.
Yeah, isn't the whole the idea when you're reading a teleprompter is you have to read, but just keep your eyes focused on
right.
But
right.
So what you're doing is you're reading left to right as it's going by.
I'm reading. Yeah. I'm literally saying, hey, welcome to Revolt TV. This is Scottie Beam, period. Next thing.
Yeah.
I am going
like hitting the typewriter.
Right. Yeah. Right. But I'm learning. I mean, I'm doing better now at the teleprompter. But because I'm dyslexic, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit. I have to slow down. I'm a fast reader too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll words will just go everywhere. I'll just be like, this shit is not making sense. And then what's really good for me is reading it before. Usually not everybody has a script before.
Yeah.
But if they do, then I can read it and I'll be like, all right, well, at least I memorized the first like 3 sentences.
But you have a bad memory.
Right. But it's good to see it and memorize. You can see and memorize. I like that. But I'm learning. That's a learning experience. And plus, camera in my face is not really fun.
No.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just invasive.
I remember having a conversation with you at some party that we were both hating. And which is, I feel like, most of our interactions.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
And so, but I remember it was you and Raven were starting to get like a lot of attention on Instagram. And I remember being like, yo, just don't take any of these comments to heart. And it's like a different conversation. But I want to know what you felt like when your Instagram started popping off and you were like, oh, shit, like, is this, like, what is this?
I didn't think anything of it. I didn't really think anything. It was my friends and stuff who made a bigger deal about it than I did. Because I've watched it grow. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just like, oh, that's just Deani. And then go on Instagram and be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the comments sometimes bother me, but I don't care anymore. Like, I don't really care. I don't care what they say. Because I'm sure I've gotten all the comments that you can possibly imagine of, like, you don't know anything because you're a woman, and you also don't know anything because you're black, or you don't know anything because you're black and a woman. Huh?
You still get these comments?
Not as much as I got when I was with Ebro in the morning. Because it was, basically, I'm a woman and I'm black. And either I'm just angry or I just don't know anything. So those were the things. Or because I was pretty or whatever.
Right.
So,
like,
and when I say pretty, I'm putting in quotation because that's not something I describe myself as, but that's what people say. So those are the reasons why you don't know anything.
Right. I used to, one of my favorite things to do on Instagram in the comments is to repeat what people say. The
thirst comment.
Yeah. Like, those were my favorite ones. But
thirst comments are crazy.
But I stopped doing that after a while.
Why did you stop?
You want me to start again?
Yes, I like those. Those were funny.
Jeff jumps in.
And that makes me pay attention to some of them. Like, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Jeff jumps in with those comments, with the come to Brazil.
I love saying
comments.
Come to Brazil.
And also, Jeff loves to jump into people's lives.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so my favorite thing to do on Instagram Live is to start commenting, wait, I heard that, like, Wayno, for instance. I'll be like, Wayno, people say he's 4'11", and then, like, see if people get mad. Like, Wayno gets, like, furious, and then and Carter Got Wings also gets furious.
Carter Got Wings.
Yeah. Carter Got Wings is actually like 6'6" or something.
Yeah, 6'5", something like that.
And I keep being like, he's 4'11", and he's like, motherfucker.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Well,
yes, I should do more lives too.
You should. You should. It's a great format. We love doing it around here. And when we went to London, like, you're direct to your fan base. It's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing.
Deani, you do not return texts or phone calls.
No, I do not.
Or DMs, actually.
No.
Just so, talk about the reasoning behind that, because a lot of your friends want to know.
Well, no. What I do, see, why do you bring my friends into this?
I count myself as one of your friends.
Okay, yes. My thing is this, right? I told you about my memory.
That's not what
it is. The reason why I always, my intentions are to respond. That's the intent.
Oh my
so
God.
that we're already halfway there. My intent is to respond, but unfortunately, how my memory goes and how everything works, I'm just like, oh yeah. And I think I respond. Sometimes I really do in my mind say, yes, I'll meet you at 2 p.m. And I don't respond.
This is the second worst. This is the second worst response, because the worst one is, in my mind, I responded to you.
Right.
No, Currency told us that. Our friend Marsha tells us that. Like, no.
Because
in my mind, I responded. No.
Right.
No.
I respond in my mind.
No.
And I think my thumbs are doing all the work.
No. Meanwhile, you swiped away from it. It was like,
No,
ignore.
I didn't. I said, oh, that's dope. And then I said, I respond.
In your mind.
Or sometimes I'll be in the middle. I can like find like 3 where I'm in the middle of typing it, like, yeah, sure. and then I don't send it, and then it's just there. I'm sure my mom has tons of them.
How many unread emails do you have?
Emails.
Yeah, Eric.
Are we going into the six figures?
22,000.
Yeah. That was a slow.
22,000 and I don't know. They can't count how many texts you have anymore?
Oh, sure can.
Oh, how many do you have?
I don't
Thousands?
know.
It's
It's
just,
not
if you
up
look
there
at the weird.
anymore.
Wait, how many missed phone calls? 93?
93 missed phone call. No, that's voicemails. Because what are you leaving voicemails for? And most of them are just.
Is your mailbox full or whatever?
Sure is.
I
When's
bet,
the last
yeah.
time you checked the voicemail?
Yeah.
Let's listen to some on air.
My mom leaves them, I think. She's like a speaker. How do you do this?
Yeah, I'm calling to see if you made it there already. Oh my God.
What?
She's not even talking to you.
Did she butt dial you?
Like, no, she just said, Deani, making sure you made it there all right. And then, like, who? She sounds drunk. And my mom, I promise you, she doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Deani, I'm calling to see if you made it there already.
Was she drunk? What time was this?
Did you make it there?
Yeah.
Was
Wait,
it here?
why did your
Yeah.
mom leave your voicemails if you don't listen to
Because she
them?
thinks I listen to them. Because
Guess what?
I don't. What is this one? My mom leaves a lot. I'm just realizing.
I was going to say let's stay for lunch, but then the dog walker got locked out, so I have to head home. Where are you and what are you doing? All right, bye.
Yep.
Where are you and what are you
Basically,
doing?
mom just sending bunches of voicemails all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
solid. Yeah,
So
good.
that's it. You know what I'm
Um,
saying? Like, all mom. That's all this is.
All right. Well, my other question that I have to ask is, for any single commenter who's out there, how can they date you?
There's no way to date me when you meet me on social media. I'm not meeting anyone on social media to date them. There's no way. There's no way.
Even if they write a comment that's so
No.
respectful,
No.
which they never do.
No, right. No. I'm not meeting you on social media.
Can they submit like a song asking you out on a date to Scottie Feedback?
No,
Wait.
because they've done that already.
Really?
There's Scottie Beam songs.
I
You
know.
haven't heard
We
them?
listened
Oh,
to
yes,
it.
we
Yeah.
did. Yes, there's Scottie Beam songs.
I did not know this.
Yes, there is.
Oh, we never talked about how did Beam come into your life?
Beam because I needed a Twitter name, and my friend was like, shout out to DJ. He was like, listen, you ever heard of Beam Me Up Scotty? I was like, no. I was like, Nicki Minaj? He was like, no, Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever the fuck it is. I was like, oh, yeah. He was like, so you could do Beam Me Up Scotty. I was like, it's too long. So I was like, what about Scottie Beam? And he was like, that works. I was like, yeah, it works. And then that's how it happened. And then it took off. People were like, Scottie Beam,
Yeah.
Beam. Like,
Yeah.
people like that
It's
name.
a Scottie meme.
Yeah.
Scottie Beam.
Yeah.
Scottie Beam. Yeah. So yeah, that was it. And people just forgot my name existed.
And then when Ultralight Beam came out, you thought,
Oh my God, that was about me.
That's the Scottie song.
Yes. I love that. That's one of my favorite songs too. That's one of, if I was emo, like during this time,
which you still probably are.
I fairly am.
Yeah.
Because I still listen to some shit that I'm like, damn, this is
Dark.
Yeah, I love dark hip hop.
Wait, but do you also listen to like actual emo?
No, what is actual emo? Emo like
No, like Fall Out
rock?
Boy, like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Who sang "Move Along"?
Oh.
Move along, like I know you. All American E Rejects.
Ooh.
Go on. That was very sad. And then September. What's that song with Green Day?
When September Ends.
Oh, that's so
Wake
sad.
Me Up When September Ends.
Oh my God, beautiful song. Very emo. I like
How are
those
you
songs.
singing All American Rejects on here, but you will not sing the gospel song?
No, I will not. I will not do it.
2, 3, 4.
No, I used to like all the emo rock soft. What is it? What do they call it? What do y'all call it? Pop rock?
What do y'all call it?
What do you know? What do you?
Eric, we and our white friends.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're out here singing here
Y'all
and now.
are it for me.
Yeah.
My only white friends. I really want to understand. And Rory, shout out to Rory.
Yeah.
Rory's
This
not
is
white.
it?
No,
This
he's
is it?
he's so on R&B. So
Rory was in a frat.
yes, he's a Kappa.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't get more.
that guy
blacker
can
than
stroll.
that.
Yeah.
Right. He can stroll really well.
Yeah.
I never seen him stroll. Actually, I'm lying. I'm just being a friend. I'm like, yeah, he can stroll really great.
Rory, next time we see you, you're strolling for all three of us.
He said he retired the stroll. Remember?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. After a certain age, it looks childish. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and give your money in. You know what I'm saying? Go and do charity work, but don't stroll.
Right.
Like you're too
says
old.
Says Miss Junior.
Hello, I'm Miss Junior. I will send you these pictures.
Yo, they can never take that away from you.
No, they will never.
That's forever.
Although they can. I'm sure they did in the middle. Like they were like, yeah, we'll crown the second, but you're still second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're an afterthought.
Right.
So like Dwight said, like you're an afterthought. So please,
Deani, you have come so far from from the Bronx, from high school, from
You're still trying to make P-Way a thing.
Yeah. Listen,
first of all, it's always a thing.
There's no right way to your career. There's no wrong way to your career. There's only a P way to your career.
Hello, only a P way. Shout out to this cat. The way.
Thank you so much for coming through.
And thank you so much for not making me P-Black.
Shut up. We didn't do it to her, by the way.
That's not what I heard.
Whatever.
Thanks everyone for listening to this new episode of A Waste Time with It's The Real. Jeff, if people want to find out more about us, we are It's The Real. If people want to find out more about this podcast, it's called A Waste of Time with It's The Real. If people want to get in touch with us, if people want to track us down, if people want to say, hey, where are those two tall dudes that I saw walking around Complex Con? Where can they go?
You can come straight up to me and tell me that I am way taller than you think, because that is apparently what everybody's gotten the memo, that you have to come up to me and say, wait, you're really tall.
You know the only person who didn't take notice of how tall you were?
Who?
The person at the desk of the fucking airline that put you in that middle seat. I mean,
my God.
It's just...
Yeah.
Give the man some legroom. My God.
It was a bummer. Anyway, you can always find us at soundcloud.com/awasteoftime. You can also search on iTunes, search for A Waste of Time with It's The Real. We are also on Twitter at It's The Real, Facebook at It's The Real, Instagram at It's The Real. If you want to find any of our music, it is on any streaming platform, including Spotify, Pandora, Google Play, and
Tidal,
Apple Music. Keep naming them.
They're so many of them out there.
You can search for our album Teddy Bear Fresh on all streaming platforms. You can also find us on soundcloud.com/itsthereal should you want to listen to our music there.
Jeff, you know that these last 4 shows that we've done in New York, in Los Angeles, and in London are only the start. And if you guys want us to come to your city, let us know. Hit us up on all social networks and tell us that you want us to come to your city, and we will work on making that happen. As we found when we were at Complex Con and we were seeing all these different people who appreciate what we do, Jeff, we know that the podcast is only so big until those people spread the word, and we know it starts with us. So, who would you like to shout out?
Oh my God, I have so many people to shout out that we saw in Los Angeles, including, but not limited to, because I know I'm going to forget a bunch of people.
Right.
But I want to shout out Awesome Nobody. I want to shout out Little Miss Entertainment. They both came from New York.
Yes.
They've seen now 3 of our shows.
Can we go back and forth? Can we trade off
go for
Jada
it.
Kiss and Styles? I want to shout out Alex and Alex, who came down from Seattle for our show. That was awesome. And the fact that we ran into them on the floor at Complex Con was super dope.
I want to shout out Ty from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Oh my God.
Who was like, hey, we've met twice now.
I came to your Rockefeller show.
Yeah.
I've come to this. Don't ever forget me again. So, shout out to Ty, a big fan of the podcast.
Absolutely.
And It's The Real. Jeff, I want to shout out Jimmy Brantley,
that's a good one.
Our friend down from North Carolina, who came through not only the VIP Q&A and meet and greet ahead of our show, not only was game enough to show up on the stage when we needed someone from the audience. Shout out to Jimmy Brantley, who also took the time to hang out with us at Complex Con and run around the floor and stop in at all these different stores to say hi. Shout out to Jimmy for being just a great person.
By the way, this is amazing because this is all off the dome, so I'm trying to remember who we saw. Okay, I also want to shout out Chino from North Carolina while we're on the North Carolina tip.
Yes.
I also want to shout out Sam, Casey, Spelby, Steven, Mark Andaya.
Wow, a lot of Atom Factory alumna.
Yeah, did I forget any? Oh, Brandon Thompson.
We saw, definitely.
Yeah.
shout out to everybody who made our stay up there amazing, including Nur and Abigail and Sophie and Jamal. That was awesome to hang out with all of those guys.
Yeah, I think, not to cut this short, but like it was dope because for our show, you know, we talked to everybody beforehand for the VIP like Q&A thing.
Yes.
But then afterwards, for an hour and a half, we stuck around talking to all these people who just wanted to wanted to take pictures with us or like talk to us or wanted to, you know, have us sign their T-shirts or, you know, follow their podcast or whatever. So that was amazing. It was all amazing. I'm so grateful that all these people would want to talk to us.
Shout out to Galvin Kiddos for making the trip up. Man, it was awesome to see him and chop it up in real life.
I want to shout out people from Interscope, Boston Odd. I want to shout out
Kirsten Stubbs.
I want to shout out Aura, who wasn't there, but she bought a ticket. I want to shout out Deska, who wasn't there, but bought a ticket. She's not from Interscope, though.
Franz.
Yeah.
Follow Franz.
Yeah.
How about Brian Nolan? How about Miss Dimples? How about Sam Riddle? How about...
Yeah, everybody at Capitol Records.
So many people in the building. We wanted to shout out...
I want to shout out Chris Atlas.
Shout out to Chris Atlas. Warner Brothers Records in the building.
I want to shout out Va.
Shout out to Va. Yo, I want to shout out King Vashti, who wasn't able to make it to the show, but then we ran into at ComplexCon. It was awesome. We took a picture with her and Premium Pete.
Yeah.
Man, had the greatest conversations with Pete. By the way, shout out to him.
I want to shout out Frank the Butcher.
Yeah, Frank the Butcher.
Who was not at the show, but we did see him at ComplexCon. He was like, hey, big fan. And we were like, oh, nice to meet you. And he was like, I'm Frank.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, cool. And he was like, Frank the Butcher. And we were like, oh, okay, gotcha.
We're like, yo. So shout out to Frank the Butcher. Yo.
Shout out to Mayor.
But yeah, shout out to Mayor. We want to make it out to Boston. Shout out to Frank the Butcher. We're definitely going to do something out there. Irene and Jay Vasquez. We ran into them.
We're going to get pupusas.
That's right. And tacos.
Yeah. I want to shout out Drum. I want to shout out Dave East. I want to shout out Wale. Wale, we had a great conversation with. I want to shout out Pusha T.
Lenny S. and Set Free and Stephen Victor and Sycamore and man, the list goes on and on. Shout out to Yes Jules for allowing us to do the 1 a.m. stuff. Shout out to
Joe
DJ
LaPuma
C and Joe LaPuma and Noah and
Frazier.
Chops.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chops. Big shouts to Chops.
Oh, shout out to Kyle.
Okay, guys. Big shout out to Kyle because Chops asked us if we wanted to ask a question in front of a live audience for a live taping of Everyday Struggle, and we said yes, of course. So we go over there and we ask our question. The question was, who is your favorite record industry plant and why?
And we were like, ha ha ha, that's going to be a fun, jokey thing for them to answer and brush off.
Yeah.
And Kyle tried to answer it seriously, and it just...
don't think it really worked, and our apologies for fucking up that whole thing.
Yeah, I want to shout out...
Puck, by the way.
Oh,
shout out to Puck, who we saw all around ComplexCon, his first trip to Long Beach and Los Angeles, and we definitely want to make that Dayton, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus sort of area happy with an It's the Real show, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh my god, who am I forgetting? There's a bunch of people.
Shout out to I Love Lola, our favorite. I Love Lola and her artist Lemon. We got to talk with them for a while. Shout out to Kari Cruz, who we ran into on the floor at ComplexCon. Shout out to Ian Rexauer Wolfson, who we got breakfast with while we were out there and talked about some major moves that we're trying to make. Huge shout out to Angelo Caputo for being the genuine dude that he is. And we got a lot of exciting things happening in that direction over there.
Jeremy Hecht, who we saw.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Jesse Brum.
Oh, big shout out to Mike Dean and Louise Donegan for having us over there by their operation with the MWA. Mike Dean merch.
Also Nick Catchdubs, also 8-Track.
Totally.
There were a bunch of people. I mean, this podcast has to end somewhere, and we really should end it now. I don't know how many more thank yous we can give and shout out.
Just understand, guys, this Los Angeles trip was so epic for us, and epic for everybody that we were able to converse with and hang with and perform in front of, and just shake their hands and say what up to, because that is so meaningful. We love these live interactions. Also, shout out to everybody who's gone to itsthereal.com/shop and gotten those Los Angeles It's the Real, Not for Real shirts. Guys, we love you and we appreciate you. Keep spreading the word about this podcast, about the music, about the live shows, about the TV and the book and everything. Not for real, for real.
Sure.
New episode next week.